share more about that as we move throughout the evening. It's a much more integrated activity, you know, and you'll see soon with one of the charts that are on your handout. By the way, there's a handout of this thing on your table somewhere. That it's a very involved activity. It's not just HR, to say the least. It's locally delivered. It's not corporate driven from the top down. And in reality, guys, this is having a huge strategic impact. We're going to talk about, Rick and I are going to share, Rick's going to focus on this part, about the cost of poor onboarding programs and loss of employees that you've invested so much in to get on board. And then we really have to look at onboarding as a goals-oriented activity. It's not a process, get them through, get the butts in the seat, you know, it's not about that. It's really about improving retention, increasing the time it takes, or decreasing rather the time it takes to get an employee up to maximum or at least the minimum performance levels. And I measure that at my job. I'm going to hand it back to Rick right now in a second, but I have a really personal interest in this activity. I've been with my company for 100 days now, and I'm still in the onboarding phase of what's going on. So when Rick and I were talking, right, it was a lot of fun because I'm like, ooh, my boss did take me to lunch on the first day, which is the best practice, by the way. Yeah, I did have a 30-day sit-down with my other boss. And all these things that we're going to share with you tonight, it's kind of happening here. I think we're about 85% right on target with what we do in our organization. But on top of that, as the manager of recruitment and training at my division, I've onboarded, Andrew, what did we say, 30 people? Something like that. At least 30 people in the last 3 months I've onboarded into my organization, and I'm the manager that owns that function. So I'm like, wow, this is really cool that we've been able to codify this. So we want to just bring your attention to what we all know already. It's not just 3 hours with HR and a 3-ring binder anymore, okay? Which is what we all kind of grew up with, right?